Hello everybody, welcome to another Poverty Hill Adventures video. This is going to be another video to answer some viewers' questions. In this case, it's a question that came in from John in Western Australia. Good day, mate. Hi John, how you doing? John had asked about bows and arrows that I use in some of the videos, and I'm going to do my best to tell John a little bit about those. John had asked, do I make my own equipment? And the answer is yes and no. Arrows I make myself. All of my own arrows I make, and bows, although they're all, with the exception of one, handmade bows, I haven't made, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about the makers of those bows, so stick around. First off, John, the arrows. The arrows, I prefer to make what they call self-knock arrows, which means there's no plastic knock. The knock is carved right into the arrow shaft. I like cedar shafts. I've made arrows out of other materials. This is a sourwood. This is a two-fletch arrow. Here's another sourwood arrow. This is a flu arrow used for shooting aerials, and I started making some arrows out of bamboo. And I'm real encouraged on how nice these bamboo arrows shoot. So I try to use turkey feathers wherever possible. The nocks, I usually reinforce them with backstrap sinew from deer. I have made some reinforced self-knocks with wood insert in them. But there's some examples of the arrows. I take a lot of pride in making my own arrows. As far as quivers to carry those arrows in, this particular one was made by our friend Amy. She did a beautiful job weaving this basket quiver, and see if Bigfoot will let me take it off him. I'll give it back to you. Hang on. This particular one was made by our late friend Richard. This is a fox quiver with wampum beads on the strap. It's a beautiful quiver. Richard used to make some wonderful quivers and leather work, which all of his quivers have this signature arrowhead on them, and somewhere on here it's signed by him. So anyhow, that's the arrow. The bows in the videos each has its own story. I'll start out with this particular one. This is a Osage orange self bow. It was made by John up at our archery club, and John was very generous and he donated this to a raffle. And I was very fortunate to win this bow that John made. He's a beautiful craftsman, and it's a lighter bow. It's a target only bow. It's a little light for hunting big game. And I use this bow a lot target shooting. It's in a lot of the Backwoods University videos, in the practice range shots on those videos. Bows that I use in the videos were all made by a fellow by the name of Hole in the Bow Chuck. He's a friend of mine, and excellent bowyer, and he mostly uses Osage orange also, and his signature is to make bows with naturally occurring knot holes in the limbs. This is my main go-to bow. It's Matter of fact, the first bow that I ever got from Hole in the Bow Chuck, it's a pretty heavyweight bow, around 50 pounds at my draw weight. And it shoots beautiful. Some of the other bows that Chuck has made. Here's another bow that Chuck has made, and it's a little lighter weight bow. Still could hunt with it. Another one of Chuck's bows with the signature hole in the bow. It's got a cordage wrapped handle on it. Nice shooting bow. Beautiful shooting bow. Quick, very nice to shoot bow. And then there's another one of Chuck's bows. This is a left-handed bow, and you're asking yourself, why in the world does a right-handed shooter have a left-handed bow? Well, I had some issues a while back drawing the bow, and I thought at the time I might have to switch to shooting left-handed, and Chuck made this really cool bow for me. Again, it has the hole in the limb, and it shot quite well, but luckily I can shoot right-handed again because I spent my whole lifetime shooting right-handed, and I'm a much better right-handed shooter than I was a left-handed shooter. But there's some examples of hole in the bow Chuck's bows. Not all the bows in the videos are self bows, meaning they're made from a single piece of wood. In a couple of the videos, I use what they call a laminated bow, which is several layers of different wood glued together, laminated. In this case, it's a North Wind flat bow. It's a little over 50 pounds, and a local fella by the name of Jerry made this, and this was one of my first traditional bows, and it's a sweet shooter. It's a really nice bow, and I like it quite a bit. I would never part with it. It's like an old friend. And lastly, in some of the videos, I've used an old vintage laminated bow. In this case, it's a Bear Archery, a Polar model. It was made in 1957, the same year that I was born, and it's a beautiful shooting bow. The story behind this bow was gifted to me by a fellow who was dying of brain cancer, and he wanted to pass along this bow to somebody he knew that would shoot it and enjoy it, and I have shot and enjoyed it immensely. It's a great bow. So there you have it, John. There's the bows of the videos and the arrows in the videos. I hope this answers your question, and I really do appreciate hearing all the comments from folks and talking to everybody through the internet. So everybody take care, and thanks again for watching. Good day, mate.